All right. This is the question and answer portion of the evening. So anything you guys have been wanting to ask the band, now is the time. Saw your hand first.
Does your songwriting process begin with the music or the lyrics?
It varies. Yeah, it depends.
It's what's important is just the seed, the start, something to get you rolling. Bridget has a good way of talking about it, actually.
Well, I think of it kind of like fishing. So, you can show up to the river and bring your pole and your line and put a fish on the hook, a worm on the hook. You throw it in the water. There's a possibility that you'll never catch a fish. You eventually, hopefully, will catch a fish, but you might not ever get one. But if you don't go fishing, then you'll definitely never catch a fish. So, songwriting, basically just keep trying, just keep thinking of things, and eventually, hopefully, you'll have a good idea.
First of all, Bridget, you're one of my favorite songwriters, period.
Thank you.
Second of all, you guys have one of the most aggressive tour schedules I've ever seen, consistently, and I've been a fan for 7 years. How do you do it?
Such a great question. Aggressive is really a correct way to describe it. We're good friends. We laugh a lot. We get pretty crazy in our minds on tour. We tell a lot of jokes. We eat a lot of snacks. On occasion, we eat a lot of pizza. These are just like coping mechanisms. You really just get through it. But we also have really great audiences. That's not just me trying to... we have great audiences. We have our shows are super, super fun. So those really keep us going.
We also have we've been fortunate enough to have amassed a great crew and management system and a great label. These the support system around us that kind of they really, they keep everything floating so that we can collapse when we leave the stage and go, I can't go on. And they go, shut up, you have to. It's in the contract. And then they buy us pizza and we feel better. Keep doing it.
All right.
So I know you all met at conservatory. How important do you think having that more intense music background was for your success today?
Well, it ensured that we spoke the same language. Is the sort of, I guess, the right answer. But it also, I was just saying this to a stranger earlier today.
He didn't even ask. He just started talking. Mike started talking to him.
Yeah, I get all my talking done to strangers before the show, and then zip. But I think that there's, the conservatory atmosphere was very, like you said, sort of, well, I don't remember exactly what you said. It was very sort of musically adventurous, almost, and in some ways that was the point. The point was to try everything and fail as often as you could. It was school, so there was a safety net. And so I think that early on we sort of made failing our unstated goal. We recorded and foolishly released a series of terrible records. We played a lot of sort of shows with questionable musical choices. And I don't want to get too mystical about that, but there is something mystical about the mistakes that you make on the journey towards wherever it is you are. And so while this is not a good answer to your question, the conservatory atmosphere, I think, did something to us which made us make bad choices, which led to good choices.
I'm gonna steal a question here. Rapid fire round. We're gonna go around the horn. I'll participate if you guys want to. The tap of the horn is Bridget. Okay, cool. All right. If you could only have one condiment for the rest of your life, what would it be on all meals?
It's a tough one for me. Sriracha.
You immediately regretted it?
Yeah, Nutella's a condiment. Yeah, sure.
She's a condiment queen. You asked the wrong person. Sauce is what Bridget lives for. Yeah. Oh, this is supposed to be rapid. Tahini.
Heinz 57.
God. Mustard.
Just straight olive oil.
Oh my gosh, so
Nice.
Italian.
So the first time I saw you guys was when you opened for Amously at the Celebrate Brooklyn Festival, like, what was that, 4 years ago, I think?
Sounds right.
I fell in love with your music. I was like, cool, I'm gonna go see Amously for free. This is great. And then you guys went on, and I was like, wait, they're also amazing and brilliant too. My question is, looking back on like that moment, what's the biggest change that you've noticed in all of the amazing things that have happened for you guys since then?
The biggest change. Yeah, that's such a that. I mean, no, that's a great question. Anybody want to jump in?
No.
I am hesitant to speak again. There were a few sort of crucial turning points in that era. And we had a lot of great opening slots is one of them. We had a video go viral on YouTube, and we had a couple of really sort of crucial TV appearances, and it's sort of like impossible to know how those things all happened at the same time, and it would be impossible to recreate them. But I was just saying this to a bunch of people that I knew recently, that there's like, success gives you the confidence to continue to succeed. God, I'm getting real mystical here. Again, this isn't like super helpful because like, how do you succeed, and why like, if I'm not succeeding, how do I do that? But I think that there were a lot of junctures at which we could have thrown in the towel with this band, and then like something would happen and something would give, and we'd be like, oh, well, it would be silly to quit now. And then you have a series of why quit now moments, and then it has this sort of momentum that now you're not thinking about quitting. You're thinking, okay, cool. What is actually this next? Like, what is the next thing that we can try our hand at? This sort of like magical roll of the dice. And the example that we've been talking about a lot on these last few days is self-producing our record, which we probably would not have had the confidence to do had it not been for a series of relative successes in the past. We made a decent record with a producer. Cool. So how much of that was the producer? How much of it was us? Well, let's see how much of it was us. And that led to the creation of this record. So, ta-da.
So last summer, Marco and I both saw you guys at Levitate Music Festival, which was absolutely amazing. It was one of the best live experiences we've ever had together. So my question really is, being such a great live band, what's your favorite either music festival or venue to play at any time?
Yeah.
Say Red Rocks is up there.
Yeah, it's like hard to pick a specific one, but there's a certain vibe that venues have. And I mean, I definitely prefer a smaller room. I still love when we, on occasion, can get into a smaller space. We're called Lake Street Dive because we envisioned ourselves just to be a band that played in dive bars. That was our initial goal. And so I'm still very partial to the dive bar. Oh.
Sorry. I was going to say, going back to kind of the songwriting and the inspiration, what artists are you all listening to kind of as a band that think of you sound? And what would you turn to?
Well, we had some band meetings leading up to the record where we listened to albums together that we were all like checking out at the time. So, I mean, we listened to some David Bowie, listened to some Kendrick Lamar, we listened to Big Thief. What else was on that?
Solange.
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak was a big
SZA.
one. Yeah.
Jason Isbell. Fantastic.
Yeah. That's just smattering of what was going on. Yeah.
All right, last question. How about you in the back there, standing up? Yeah, you.
Hi. I'm in a band with this girl here, and we're just starting out. We're like, I don't know, 8 months old. But we are so inspired by you guys and your sound and what you're doing, and kind of reinventing this new genre. Do you have any advice for us or other new musicians that are trying to start out?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I can tell you is what we didn't do, and what we did do, which is one thing we didn't do was, you said something about genre, which is we didn't actually ever label ourselves. We never said this is the type of music we're playing, and we usually laugh when people say what type of music we play because we're like, well, it's news to us, and it's all over the place. And I think that that's been a really big part of being a band, because like we just never set out to make a certain type of music. We just knew that we wanted the songs to be good, and we knew we wanted to play music with each other, and we knew we wanted it to be really collaborative. And I think staying true to those things and yet casting a wide net and doing a lot of exploration has really helped us.
Yeah, I think really the crux of that I really like is like no matter like what the type of music is, I feel like just a good song, a good composition is kind of timeless no matter what. You know, it's like it's always going to work. And I would say focus on the songs.
All right. Well, let's. Yeah, great questions. Let's give one last super warm thank you